There are three basic steps to any localization process. First is internationalization, which is a preparative step and largely the work of developers. It's the base of any localization project. Then there's localization itself, which is the process that includes translation and the adaptation of your content to the markets you're targeting. And finally, you must perform a quality assurance check on your localized content before release. Let's take a closer look. Internationalization, or I-18N, consists of preparing the code involved in your project to be ready to be localized. Why is this important? If you don't take important actions like setting placeholders in the code, you're setting the project up for some pretty sizable inefficiencies going forward. Placeholders, or keys as they're usually known in a localization project, can represent a number of languages. So leaving your content as is will make translating it into different languages very difficult. Part of internationalization means changing your hard-coded text to keys that can be swapped out for different content in various languages. If you don't have the right text encoding, you may not be able to display certain characters. If you don't have language and cultural preference data set up properly, you might miss the ability for your content to be read right to left, like when localizing for markets that speak Urdu or Hebrew. Once you've gone through the step of internationalization, you can localize your content. Localization is a process that includes translation, which is at its core the transformation of one text into another. But localization is also the adaptation of your content for technical formats like date, time, currency, and addresses. Cultural preferences like imagery and colors, and language conventions like how not every language handles plurals the same way. If you've done a good job of preparing your content and providing the necessary content for those who will be translating it, the localization process is typically straightforward. All good localization projects have a quality process in place. This involves translation checks for accuracy, tone, and context. For the highest quality of localized content, a human reviewer is typically involved. In more regulated industries, multiple revision processes are common. In general, these are the steps that are taken to bring localized content to your target markets. In an ideal state, internationalization prepares your code, content, and design to be fully adaptable so you can localize it and perform quality checks, moving you to a continuous delivery model that allows for more frequent releases of localized content.